Yesterday's late day strength in the equity markets turns into a little bit of early morning weakness today. As I speak to you right now, we got the Russell 2000 down about 0.75%. The NASDAQ just short of down 0.5%. The S&P a little bit more than 0.25% lower, and the Dow down about 0.2%, a little bit less than that. We're seeing a little bit lower yields, getting a sell-off across the board in equities, mostly because of the potential for the Omicron variant to again slow the economy. The WHO said the Omicron variant could change the course of the pandemic last night. Boris Johnson warned of over 1 million cases of the Omicron variant being across the UK and Europe, and told people to stay home for work if they could. So this is worrying the markets a little bit. On the data front, U.S. jobless claims dropped below 200,000 to a post-pandemic low of 184,000, again showing those tight labor markets. That's down from an upwardly revised 227,000 the week before. China PPI and their month-over-month CPI both came out higher than expected, but the year-over-year CPI missed. Still high though, 12.3% versus an expectation of 12.5%. This is a broad asset sell-off as of right now. Gold, silver, copper, crude, as I mentioned, stocks are all lower. The dollar and the yen are higher, and the euro and the pound are lower, again, seeming a little bit, tiny bit like it might be a flight to safety move, at least in the morning it was. And then looking ahead, we have over 20 billion 30-year bonds being auctioned off today. CPI and the University of Michigan in the US, biggest pieces of data tomorrow in the biggest data day of the week. We start the week off with the inflation rate for November in Germany. This is the final reading for November of that particular set of data. Then we get October year-over-year and 3-month average GDP in the UK, along with their October balance of trade, October construction output, and October industrial production. Then later in the morning, as I mentioned, US inflation data. And the interesting thing about the University of Michigan sentiment data, it's the flash reading for November. And we'll also get those inflation expectations, which will be the first November reading that we're getting for this particular data set.